Personal story segment tonight. CNN commentator Roland Martin suspended for perceived anti-gay comments on Twitter. The network saying Martin's tweets were regrettable and offensive. He said, quote, "If a dude at your Super Bowl party is hyped about David Beckham's H&M underwear ad, smack the ish out of him," unquote. Martin also mocked somebody wearing a pink outfit in another tweet. Now, this is ironic because Martin himself often brands people as bigots on the air. He said that to Glenn Beck, Rush Limbaugh, and me, your humble correspondent, among others. Also, he has called organized religion, quote, desperately sexist, and branded Tea Party supporters as stupid. Now, karma may have caught up with Martin. Joining us from Montreal, Wayne Besen, the executive director of Truth Wins Out, a gay rights group. So first of all, was CNN right in taking the guy off the air, Mr. Besen?
I think they were right. He should have been taken off the air. More importantly, he should be fired for what he said. What he said is it gives license for people to harm LGBT people. You know, gay and lesbian people are twice as likely than African Americans and Jews to be harmed in hate crimes, 4 times more likely than Muslims, and 14 times more likely than Latinos. There is a huge problem. We see it both with bullying in schools and also with hate crimes out on the streets. And for someone to say, you know, because somebody looks different, because they don't like the way the handbag they're wearing is, or a number of things, these tweets gave license. I think they allowed people to justify and rationalize harming gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender people.
Now, Martin says that it wasn't an anti-gay tweet. He was mocking soccer players because Beckham is a soccer player, and that's what he was doing.
That's interesting because I didn't see soccer in his tweet. If he wanted to talk about soccer,
but you didn't see gay people either. There isn't anything gay in his tweets. We got to be fair.
Oh, but we all know exactly.
But he doesn't know.
He said himself.
He's mocking soccer players because Beckham is a soccer player, not gay people. I don't know if we all know. I couldn't care less about Roland Martin. I don't follow him. I don't care what he says. I think he's a moron. Okay, but his point is that he's being persecuted for mocking a soccer player and soccer player fanatics, not gays.
Yeah, well, I think, you know, that's just not true. I think there was a number of tweets that seemed to be picking on gay people. I think that that's a lame excuse on his part, and I believe that he also has a history of making anti-gay remarks. He's compared
what is the
gay and lesbian people to alcohols.
Was there another incident that I don't know about? What was the history?
Yes, he had written a column a few years earlier that compared gay and lesbian people to alcoholics, that his wife had helped deliver them from being gay through this sort of pray away the gay.
I'm not aware of that column, but okay, look.
Right.
Now so let's get on to the broader thing. Get this guy. I don't want to see him anymore. The CNN guy. CNN can conduct its business the way it wants to, and I don't care one way or the other. But here's what I want to know from you. Can you make fun of a gay person in this country? Can you just make a joke about a gay person? People make jokes about personnel here at Fox News all the time. They mock us. Jon Stewart mocks everybody. Letterman mocks everybody. Can you mock a gay person and your organization, other organizations, will you be okay with that if it's just done, you know, in a casual, you know, allegedly humorous way? Can you do that?
Well, yeah, I think it depends on context and intent, and I think we all usually can see the difference, and I think his background of homophobia played into this. But of course you can. But we also do know that when people say things that are immature, unprofessional, and don't live up to journalistic standards, they're often taken off the air. We saw what happened with Rick Sanchez in the movies with Mel Gibson, Helen Thomas. There's a number of examples of people who violate standards and seem to go and say things that are beyond the pale. And I think this fits into that category, and CNN should fire him.
You think he should lose his job? See, I wouldn't fire him. I mean, you know, I don't like the firing business. I have no regard for this guy, as I said, but I don't think I'd fire him on it. But we appreciate your point of view, Mr. Besen. Thanks for coming in.